Hello everybody, GravyTrain here with another episode of GravyTraining. So we're going to go over the new hero, Grondar. I just recorded the video and I forgot to take the title down, so I'm going to take the title down right meow. Or title, so you guys can actually see. So this is on the test server. This is not, received nothing from Boss Fight or anybody else other than access to the test server, which is part of being a beta tester or part of the meta focus group. So yeah, you can see it's notated test server up top. So just so that's very, very clear. So he's a reptile. He's a legendary hero, which will make some people happy and some people sad. I've got him runed as a tank, so he's got a guardian rune, defensive hero rune, tank rune, inhibitor rune with big defense, and a reptile rune with big defense. So he does have a chance to stone heroes, which can be a little inconvenient if you're not running reptiles, but can be really convenient if you are running Gorgons. So, his stats, I can almost get him to 40,000. If I had like another reptile rune or something, I could probably break 40k. I can actually hit like 43 on my Lily, so... yeah, so let's go over his passives. He is armored, so he takes less damage from physical attacks. He has Reptilian Retaliation, so allies do not trigger hits from enemy team. That does mean that I have to double check. I think it means that he won't trigger, or allies won't trigger Arya, but I'm not positive since that's not a revenge hit. That's a riposte or whatever, so. Slowpoke, he attacks last but increases base max health, and has a 100% chance to prevent the first killing blow. So instead of getting boosted attack like he would for being slow, he has Slowpoke, so he has built-in unbreakable heart, which is nice. Scaled response, so he reflects 50% of any damage taken and is 5% extra for each other reptile on the team. If you are using reptiles, it could be up to an additional 15%, but this hero is just as good without reptiles. One for all, and that's level 3. When killed, he heals all allies for 45% of damage taken from the killing blow, split it between all allies. So if he takes 10,000 damage, each one is going to be hit with, or going to be healed for 1,500. Pretty nice. Divine Intervention, this is really cool. This is basically the concept of the Immersion Room that I've been talking about for a while. So at the start of a dungeon, the ally with the lowest defense, important factor, becomes untargetable until Grondar dies. He can still be hit by AoE. If that hero gets taunt or provoked, then he loses that buff, or he, she, whatever. So Shade, you don't want to be putting Shade out there and having Shade hit somebody with Soul Link, that kind of thing. At least not if that hero is taunt. Yeah, so it can't be stolen, copied, or purged. So that lasts all the way through the fight until Grondar dies, which is not fast. Shell power. So allied heals gain shell protection. They can't be burned, frozen, chilled, paralyzed, or shocked. So it's like that reptile, the sun power, where they can't be frozen, but on steroids. And that's the whole party, not just reptiles. That's kind of nice. So we'll go through his attacks then. So we have Perennial Strike, which is a basic melee physical attack doing 1100 base damage and reducing the target's attack by 20%, stacks up to 3 times on the same target. So for every basic attack he does, he's going to be doing a 25% attack debuff up to a total of 60%. And you'll see as we get further along, there are other things that reduce attack and defense. Next, Daunting Gleam is 3 melee physical attacks for 1100 base damage that lowers defense by 25% for the enemy target that lasts for 2 rounds. So he's going to do a defensive debuff. That one is not stacking, that's simply the buff is there. It adds Reflective Plate which is a buff that reflects the next debuff on an ally or team and applies it to the attacker or enemy team instead. So think Kraw's Foresight, except that it doesn't just block it, it reflects it back. So yeah, he uses Daunting Gleam, which is his first ability, and the entire team gets a reflective shield for the first debuff coming in. Now, that adds reflective plate. I'm going to have to clarify one thing that I just thought of. Actually, there's a few things I'll need to clarify, but I don't know if this is just on him that it reflects the next one coming at him or the team, or if it reflects each person. I think it's each person. Like, it's more like Foresight, but I'll confirm that. Next, Crystallized Carapace. So it's a taunt, and it does for anybody that attacks him, it does a 75%, he takes 75% less damage from attackers. That's all attackers. He heals allies for the amount of damage that's taken, which, granted, is going to be a lot lower since it's 75% damage reduction. And he reduces the attack of the enemy attacker by 55% while the taunt is active and the enemy hits him. And that's... the taunt lasts... I believe it lasts 3 turns. Yeah. So that's a 55% attack debuff on top of up to a 60% attack debuff. Those are multiplicative, I have to assume. So you're going to get, if it's 60%, you've got that other 40%, which means you're going to get about another 18% off of that. Or actually, you get another 22% off of that. And finally, Vital Vigilance. Prepares to defend a targeted ally. So this is going to be like Sir William or like Executor, whatever his name is, the useless Dark Taunt or Tank guy. Prepares to defend the targeted ally. The next 3 times that ally is targeted by an attack, this hero will jump in front of them, blocking the attacks and preventing damage for both heroes. I'm going to have to confirm, is that single attacks? Like if it's one ability coming in, hitting 3 times, making 3 attacks, if it's blocking each of those, or if it's 3 actual triggered abilities. So I'll confirm that, and we'll check on that. The time you're watching this evening. After defending their ally, this hero will do a revenge attack for 250% base damage against the enemy. Can't be stolen, copied, or purged. And I don't know if that is counted as a basic attack or not. If it is, that's cool. I will find that out as well. And that he prevents all damage to both targets. So, it's a pretty darn good ability. So he really does kind of make tanks great again. And I think, personally, I'm definitely going to be getting him. I'm definitely going to be using him. And I think that he's going to be good for a bunch of strategies. And he's going to kind of change things up, not in a massive way. Like, he's not going to break the meta. But I think he's going to enhance it and improve it. So, in my opinion, very much worth getting. Yeah, that's it. So, there you have it. I will be doing something a little different. I'm not going to be doing battles with him right now. We're going to be doing some stuff with Creepy. Since he is now, and congratulations, Creepy, he is a member of MFA as well, or MFG as well. So we're probably going to do some workshopping on some battle arrangements and stuff, and then we'll include that as a separate video, so you can get an idea of just what he's capable in a controlled environment for battles, and we'll go from there. So. Thanks everybody for watching. I look forward to playing with this hero on the live server after I go through and do all my polls. And let me know if you want to see the polls. Like, sometimes people actually want to see all the portal polls. I still don't understand why, but cool. If you want it, I will do that as well. Yeah, like, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the bell, all that stuff. Thanks everybody. We'll see you soon.